What's going on, guys? Today on Keto is super simple. Let's talk about starting the ketogenic diet. It's the first of the year is coming around. A lot of people are going to make some New Year resolutions. So with that, they're going to want to start a new diet, lose some body weight, get that summer body ready. So you might be turning into keto. So here's some tips that I kind of came up with that I think that'll help you with the ketogenic diet. My first tip, start right now. Don't wait 5 days from now, don't whatever, start now. Start right now. If you're watching this and you're thinking about starting, start now. Because if you wait any longer, you might, I'm gonna have pizza, this and this, you're gonna have all these carbs that you think you can't have later, because you really can't, and you're gonna want all these things right before you start the diet. No, start right now. You'll be a lot happier. The faster you start, the faster you get to your goals. Number 2, grab a friend, grab someone, a spouse, relative, whatever, and start the diet with them. That way you got some accountability. You can even reach out to the Facebook group page, or you can reach out to me. Keto is super simple. Reach out to us. That way we can help you, or if you don't have anyone, because that way the more you kind of talk about it, the more you kind of hold on. This is what I'm doing for my accountability. Also, I got my friends, my spouse, they're all working with me to get to, so I can help get to my goals as well as they can get to theirs. So grab someone, do the accountability. Number 3, meal prep. First 2 weeks, meal prep, meal prep, meal prep. The reason why I say meal prep is because it kind of, you kind of get to what you know you can have, and you will have it. And that way you can get into ketosis, get started, and then it's harder to stray off, because you're at work, you go to lunch, and someone's like, hey, let's go to the Mexican restaurant. When you've got a keto-friendly lunch in the fridge, you're like, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go. You go to lunch with them, you sit down at the Mexican restaurant, you're used to this American diet, and you're like, boom, chips and salsa, chips and salsa. I have the fajitas, and you eat the tortilla. Like, that's just the way it is. Meal prep the first 2 weeks, just to kind of keep you up and going with it. Another tip, I guess, is number 4, is eat as much as you want. Don't just worry about your calories intake, but eat as much as you want. As long there's always like an if or what. As long as you stick to your macros, get your high fats up, get your moderate protein and 0 carbs. Stick to 0 carbs as much as you can. Get that in your head. The better off you will be later down the road. So calories, don't count them yet. It's hard enough to get your high fats in to start worrying about calories. So eat as much as you want. Get your body in ketosis. Start getting your liver to process fats differently, and start going with that. It's a lot easier, especially when you get to your first couple of weeks. You go to the grocery store, you're gonna think you can't find anything to eat, and trust me, I can find anything at any mom and pop grocery store. Take me to a convenience store, and I will find you keto friendly food. It's tough, it is tough, but it can be done. So do that. Next, trust the process. Your body's going to go through a little bit of changes. No one talks about it. I will talk about it right here and now. Trust the process, trust the diet. It's going to work. Take before photos so that you can see your progress, track your weight, track your body fat, and do it. That way you see the results. Unfortunately, I didn't get to. I use Facebook. I look back, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, heck, the pants I'm in now, I could go like this, or actually like this, and fit this in my hands. And I got big fists. I can fit this in my waistband because there's so much room. And then, to me, that's like, that's tracking progress. So however you do it, do it. Recommend doing it. I like the Fitbit scale. It works. It helps me out a lot. I see it on my phone, and I keep it going, and they got goals set. I love it. I think it's called the ARIA. So trust the process. Also, your body's going to go through a couple other things, like no one talks about it, is using the restroom. You may either A, be constipated, or B, you got to go really quickly when the time calls. You might be going around and I got to go. And it's going to happen. People don't talk about it. I may have to take a whole video and make something about it. It's nerve-wracking, and it's not really a side effect, but it does happen. It will happen. to everyone that's gonna do this, and if they tell you it don't, they're wrong. It's gonna happen. So just warning you now. All right, another tip is try making something different. Try making something different. Grandma usually makes a pot pie, and you want to come up with a new recipe because you love Grandma's pot pie, but yet you want to make it keto-friendly. Experiment. You can take that pot pie crust and make it out of pork rinds. You can make it out of cauliflower rice by drying it out. You can make a fathead crust to make pot pie. There's all kinds of ways to make that same pot pie. So take your favorite recipes and tweak it. Make it keto-friendly. It really makes things happy. Like, make it feel normal, I should say. Because trust me, part of being on keto is trying to feel normal. Oh, little Johnny over here is eating brownies. I really want a brownie right now. There's a keto recipe for brownies and fudge and all kinds of cookies and everything. You're gonna have to try it, do it. It's gonna help you feel normal. It's gonna help you give you that thing you're looking for, that little extra. You're looking for like a crunch, like a chip. Roasted cauliflower. I know it doesn't sound like a chip. You can make it taste so good. Roasted cauliflower is amazing. Okay. And another tip I got for y'all is don't cheat. Don't cheat, don't cheat, don't cheat. Because if you cheat, it's going to hurt you later. Because it could take you anywhere from 24 hours to about 7 days to come over to get back into ketosis from that cheat meal. So don't cheat. Trust me, don't cheat. It's not worth it. Because once you cheat once, it's hard. You can go to Grandma's house. She might make the best pecan pie in the world. You're eating that pecan pie, and next thing you know, you've eaten 2 slices. You put ice cream on top. You're like, oh, but I didn't want to make Grandma mad. Oh, she's got cookies too? All right, Grandma, thank you. And then you're like, oh man, I ate like crap for lunch. Let me order a pizza since I already ate like crap. And now you're screwing yourself. And that's where it goes back to starting right now. Always get back to your plan. If you are going to cheat, have protein shake beforehand. That way your body can process that protein a little bit better. There's all kinds of little things if you are going to cheat. But